Welcome into the Sharp Sports YouTube podcast. My name is Andrew Sharp. We'll be talking everything Denver sports and beyond. Please like and subscribe if you are a sports fan like me. Let's do this. Welcome into the Sharp Sports YouTube podcast. My name is Andrew Sharp. The Denver Broncos face the Cincinnati Bengals at home on Monday Night Football in front of a national TV audience. It's a great opportunity for the Broncos to take a step forward in this 2025 season, and I'm going to talk a little bit more about that game right now. In beginning the discussion of this game, I'd be remiss if the top story is the fact that the Cincinnati Bengals will not be playing with their all-pro number one quarterback Joe Burrow, who suffered a turf toe injury a couple weeks ago that has somehow ballooned from slightly sketchy to all-out disaster. A bleak return date, I'm reading an article now, bleak return date has been issued regarding Joe Burrow. He finally talked a little bit about the injury that he suffered against the Jacksonville Jaguars, a really bad turf toe injury, which unfortunately for Mr. Burrow doesn't really have a return date. So regardless of that, the Cincinnati Bengals have turned to Jake Browning, who's had some moments as a quarterback in his 3 years in the NFL, has done okay at various points. However, the Bengals' most recent game at Minnesota, in which they were non-competitive and lost 48-10, Jake Browning was 19 of 27, 70% completion percentage, great, but 140 yards, 5.2 yards per pass attempt, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, 3 sacks for a rating of 63.8. And Minnesota has fine defensive personnel. They are a good defense, certainly with their defensive coordinator in Minnesota. But the Broncos' defense should be better, should be able to dominate this game defensively. In saying all that, the Cincinnati Bengals are still a professional football team. They have pros in Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and a bunch of other pros. The Broncos, this is kind of a, unfortunately, early in this season, it's a little bit of a make or break game. It's a home game for the Broncos. It's one of the few times they're playing on primetime television. And quite frankly, if the Broncos do not come away with anything less than a victory, and quite frankly, even a dominating victory tonight, I will be forced to really reevaluate where this team is in 2025 and what their prospects will be for the rest of the season. And I'm not trying to be dramatic, but this Bengals team currently constructed with their defense and the fact that they're playing with their backup quarterback, Denver Broncos are at home. It's prime time. And if the Denver Broncos somehow lose this game, then unfortunately I will have to severely rethink my outlook for the 2025 season. The Denver Broncos get Evan Ingram back as he has been cleared to play for Monday night. This is a position the Broncos have been lacking production in for almost a decade now. It's time for Evan Ingram to have a huge game against a porous Cincinnati defense. Bo Nix should be able to use Evan Ingram as a safety valve, as a big play catching tight end, and I look for Evan Ingram to have a big game in this Monday night matchup against the Bengals. I would also say that Marvin Mims should have a big game against this Cincinnati Bengals defense. Even though he was a limited participant and now listed as questionable, I would imagine Marvin Mims is going to go ahead and play. Of course, Courtland Sutton, R.J. Harvey, the usual suspects. I'm not really terribly worried about any of them. I think they'll play fine, especially against this poor Bengals defense. That being said, this is time for Bo Nix to. He's had a rough September so far. This is almost as close to a collegiate get-right game in the NFL that you're going to find. And it's time for Bo to have a great game. I think that he will have a good game tonight against the Bengals. It may not be quite as many points or touchdowns as maybe some of the fans or prognosticators would like around here in Denver. But I feel like the Broncos defensively should score at least one touchdown. Certainly get some sacks, pressure on on Downing for the quarterback for the Bengals. And I'm going to say the Broncos are going to win, we'll say 27-13. 27-13. So the offense scores around 20 points, one defensive touchdown, whether a pick six, strip sack, fumble, any of those things. Broncos get to 27 points. Bengals get one touchdown, a couple field goals for a 27-13 Bronco win. That's my prediction for the game. Of course, I'll be back shortly tomorrow to react to this game. I certainly am encouraged that the Broncos should win this game. Once again, my name is Andrew Sharp, Sharp Sports YouTube podcast. Thanks for tuning in. I will be back shortly discussing Broncos Bengals from Monday night. Thanks a lot.